Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of the Confidence on Camera 5-day challenge. And day 2, we have a second exercise. The new exercise is going to be basically a revision, a constriction, if you will, of yesterday's exercise. So if you like yesterday's exercise and you like spending less time, then you'll really like this one. Before we get on to that one, I want to just a couple points that were raised in comments elsewhere. First off, I want to share the link here. This link will also be in the comments of the video. As soon as I find the video live, I will definitely comment on it. So give me a second to do that, and I'll just get that right here into the comments. And bam, there we go. So that link is now in the comments. So I went into great detail yesterday about the Rock the Camera Club. I'm not going to go into great detail again. If you want those great details, go back and watch yesterday's replay. But this is the link with the Tuesday discounts. You'll save $40 if you sign up right now or sign up anytime the next 24 hours. And Tiffany is ready. Awesome. I've signed up anytime the next 24 hours. You can get in for saving $40 and all the details that are there. So somebody asked me an interesting question that is highly relevant to this, which is basically a variation on if I don't tell you I completed the if I don't tell you I completed the task, if I don't tell you I rewatched my video, how will you know? And the answer is I don't. Because here in the 5-day challenge, your free 5-day challenge that I'm so glad you're all participating in, I'm sharing with you knowledge, I'm sharing technique and practices, and then it's up to you to do it. So some people get in shape by watching some videos and reading some books and going to the gym. They know what to do and they do it and they keep themselves accountable, and that's awesome. Most people don't. Most people learn what they need to do, they know what they need to do, and then they don't do it. So if you're in that second group and you're thinking this stuff is great, this stuff is going to be awesome, if I do this, it's going to be amazing, and I know I'm not going to focus enough, I'm not going to have discipline to do it, that's what the Rock the Camera Club is for. Every week you'll have accountability. We're also going to have coaching, you're going to have support, we're going to do improv games, we're going to have all these different exercises, but the most important and powerful thing you're going to get out of the club is the accountability. Every week having to report to me and to your fellow members what you've done in the past week. And by doing that, you're going to do the reps. See, really, you're doing all the work. You're making it happen. But your community, your fellow students, your coach, that's me, keep you going in that. So that is why I'm doing the club, and that is why you might be interested in it. All right. So I got 2 minutes left. Tell you my 5 minutes. I did promise you'd know the exercises by the end of 5 minutes. For those of you who are super busy. Now, for those who are super busy, you're going to love the day 2 exercise because it's like the day 1 exercise, but shorter. So the exercise, I'm going to describe the exercise is and then explain where it comes from and what it's done for me. The exercise is similar to yesterday. You're going to record a video, but this time it is a 60-second video, not 61 seconds, not 65 seconds, not 75 seconds, 60-second video. Also, not a 50-second video, not a 55-second video. 60, as close as you can to 60. You are going to want to try to make 1 point. 1 point. You're going to explain one thing. No breaks, no pauses, no cuts, stop, starts. 60 seconds straight through explaining 1 point. Now, if you've never done this before, you're not going to do it very well. So when you watch back, you're going to be like, oh, this is not ready for prime time. Totally fine. Totally fine. Remove all judgment, right? Look at it, find what you can improve, find what you like, what you don't like, and then tomorrow you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do it again and again and again, and you're just going to get better. So I learned this exercise by accident. Back in the old days, Instagram only allowed 60-second videos. So if I want to do video on Instagram, I needed to be able to speak in 60 seconds. So I did. The thing about a 6-second video is, you know how long it takes to make a 6-second video? 60 seconds. So it's pretty easy to do one every single day. And I did it day after day after day after day. And before I knew it, I was actually getting pretty comfortable I was getting pretty comfortable doing that. And Tiffany Kellogg asked, would a YouTube short promoting the Entrepreneur Summit count? If they're 60 seconds, I don't actually use YouTube shorts. But if they're 60 seconds, then yes, that would be exactly the thing. And actually, I'm glad she mentioned that, because if you want a place to put these where they can go out to the universe, but you don't have to worry about all your friends seeing them, I highly suggest TikTok. TikTok is a 60-second format. Now, okay, Tiffany, the 55 seconds is fine, because she did 55 seconds. That's cool. I suggest TikTok. TikTok has 3 formats available: 15 seconds, 60, and 3 minutes. So do that in the 60-second format. You could also do it in the 15-second format if you want to focus in and just do a 15-second thing. You can do that too. It's harder to illustrate a point in 15 seconds than in 60 seconds. But any of those would be fine. And Tiffany has informed me that YouTube Shorts are like TikToks. They are 6 seconds. So YouTube Shorts, TikTok, I think Instagram still has 6 seconds. Funny story about why I'm not on Instagram, which I'll share a little bit later. I think I'll share it today. So I will share the funny story about why I'm not on Instagram in a minute. It involves Nigerian scammers. It's great. You'll love it. And where was I? Yes. So that is your exercise. And it's do it as often as possible. 60 seconds. Now, you should go back and watch it. So that doubles the amount of time. It's going to take you 2 minutes. So 2 minutes every day, 1 minute to record it, 1 minute to watch it. That's all you got to do. I don't want you taking notes. I don't want you, trying it a second time. Record it, watch it. Why so simple? Wouldn't it be better to take notes? Wouldn't it be better to go deeper? Sure. But the best exercise is the one that you will do. If this was complicated, if you had to do it at your desk and you had to do it with notes and you had to do it this way and that way and watch back 3 times, a weekend, you'd be like, oh, this is so much work. This you can do anywhere. Pull your phone out, walking the dog. Boom! Let me talk to you about walking the dog. Blah, 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 bang. Go to my TikTok channel, where all my TikToks recorded. Walking down the street, coming back from dropping my daughter off at the bus. Takes about a minute and a half to get back from the end of the street to the house. Gives me plenty of time to record a 60-second TikTok video. And then watching back, 60 more seconds while you're making your coffee or whatever. The point is that you are recording, and then you're taking it back into your mind. Your subconscious is going to see it. You're going to notice things you like, things you don't like. You're going to get that feedback. Human brain is really good at adjusting things if it has data. If you get feedback, that's all biofeedback is. You look at the chart, you look at the graph or whatever, and then your brain says, oh, that should be flatter. And it makes adjustments. That's all you're doing here. So there's a great power to consuming your own content and reading it. And I want to share a story from my life because one of the things I'm learning doing this is I'm discovering what it is you all want, why so many of you wanted me to do this in the first place. So the way to express it. See, when you're confident enough, you just make up words and it doesn't even matter. If you've ever seen Wicked, they do it all the time. Anyway, do this enough and you'll have great braverism. Anyone get that? Braverism? Anyway, the way it expressed was a lot of people said, hey, can you teach me how to be confident on camera like you are? Can you teach me how to do what you do on camera? And I heard that as, you want to know my camera secrets, my secrets of screen presence and how I do all these podcasts. Now I do these interviews. I got it. And then the more I delved into it, the more I planned the 5-day challenge, the more people I talked to, the more I realized that it's not about confidence on camera. It's about confidence on camera. Camera is where the confidence is demonstrated and where you see it because most of you know me online. But you want the confidence. After the confidence comes the camera. Once you have the confidence, you can go on camera, you can go in person, you can go on stage. It's all the same. But it's the confidence that you really want. So a number of years ago, I was working for a company called Best Version Media, a publishing company, great little company. And I started doing a daily motivational message for other publishers. And I wish I could remember the name of the show. I seem to recall it was very clever. Can't remember what it was. But I now do morning motivation, which is similar, but for the general public. So for the purpose of the story, we're going to call it morning motivation. It's not what the name was, but for the purpose of the story, I call it that. And I would talk to people who would listen to the show regularly, and they would say, I wish I could have the kind of confidence that you have on morning motivation. And I said, yeah, me too. And they said, what? I said, yeah, I listen to the show and I hear that. And I say, I wish I could have that kind of confidence when I'm on a sales call or in everyday life. They said, but you are the morning motivation guy. I said, yeah, but only when I'm recording it. You see, what I was able to do is I could work myself into a state and kind of bottle my energy, work myself into the highest state of confidence and then record that and then share that. So a funny thing happened over time. And I listened to that for I think it's about a year that I did that. Morning motivation. Yesterday was episode 777. I remember that because my wife was flying on a 777 and it was episode 777. So very lucky day. She did arrive safely. See, it worked. So I batch record it every week and I listen to it most days. And about a year ago, I remember saying jokingly, half jokingly, most jokes I make aren't really jokes. I remember saying jokingly, I wish I could have the confidence of the morning motivation guy. And someone said, you are the morning motivation guy. And I was like, am I? Am I really? Am I? Well, a funny thing happened after a year or two of listening to myself as the morning motivation guy. You see, our brains are easily fooled. And after a year or two of listening to myself as the morning motivation guy, my brain started thinking I was the morning motivation guy. And that confidence started carrying in because it's my voice. When I'm on video, it's my face. Must be me. So by getting the confidence on camera that I could challenge or on the microphone, on recording, to be able to listen to that and then pull it back, it created a feedback loop. I built up the confidence as I was recording, listened to it at my best, heard it, incorporated it, recorded the next time, had more confidence, listened, came back, and it looped. So this is something you're going to find as you're doing this exercise is as you get yourself in that more confident space to record, because it's pretty easy in the comfort of your own home when you could hit the start button whenever you're ready to record a burst of confidence. It's another thing if someone calls on you and they're like, hey, Janice, give me an answer to this question. Then you might be like, oh. But if you can prepare it, you can usually psych yourself up, hit record, bam, hit stop when you're done, and then listen back to that. And you're going to distill your own confidence out of your own message. The really cool thing is you can coach yourself this way. You can share to the camera the messages that you know you need to hear. And guess what? A lot of other people also need to hear it. You can record the message that you need to hear, share it out, listen to it, hear it back. And when someone, when you hear it from outside, even if it is your own recording, human brain is not built to understand recording. So you hear your recorded voice, your brain thinks it's someone else, and it will actually sink in, and you will get that value from that. So something powerful to consider if you find that valuable. But certainly the core exercise: record a minute, listen back, let your brain do its thing, do it again tomorrow. That's about it. So I'm seeing some great comments here from Lisa. See, I know that's Lisa because I have the second screen open this time. I'm learning. So yes, they didn't give up. So one of the things about me, and I think this might be an ADHD thing, is not giving up is easy because I kind of flip the switch to go. So people say, wow, how do you have 190 interviews on your podcast? How do you have 780 morning motivations? I just don't stop. Once I flip to go, I go and just keep going. I don't, I create it part of my routine and it just keeps going. And the same thing with this. If your routine is, if your regular routine is to do this every morning, you'll just do it. And very soon you'll get to the point where people will get to see you every single day, assuming you're sharing these publicly. We'll get to see you every single day and get to know you and be familiar with you and be comfortable with you. And it's very powerful. And yeah, Lisa says, when I did my lives years ago, it felt like my lives were self-coaching. So yeah, it's very powerful. And that's a lot what journaling is too. Journaling is coaching yourself, is taking yourself out of it. So you can separate that conversation. And Janice, yes, Janice, I did it right. Janice said, Loom does that for sending work messages to people. Yep, you can do a quick recording there as well. So, all right, are there any questions from the audience before I let you go? You now have your assignment. You have your homework. I will put that link up again. So I'm not going to go into detail and bring up the slides describing the Rock the Camera Challenge. Oh, sorry, Janice. It's Janice, like Janis Joplin, not Janice. I knew Janice sounded wrong. Janice. Now that I look at it, see, that's the thing. When you're in the middle of something, you see a name and your brain's like, that looks like Jan plus ice, right? Yeah. And Janice is like, sure, Mikhail. Anyway, here's the link. So if you would like more ongoing support, if you look at this, say, this is great, but I really want to have some direct coaching. I want the accountability. I want the support. I want the help. And I want to save $40. Then use this link right here. You can find this link in the comments on the Facebook group in the Entrepreneur Mentor community. If you're watching this on LinkedIn or YouTube, go search for the Entrepreneur Resource Community on Facebook. That's where you're going to find the comments that I'm referring to here. And unless there's any other questions, you're free to go. 17 minutes. Look at that. See, I told you this would be efficient. These 5-day challenges are amazing for busy people. If you are watching the replay, put replay in the comments so I know you're watching the replay. If you got any questions, feel free to drop them in there and I will answer them and address them tomorrow. And if you are getting the email notifications, I'm going to put that link in the email tomorrow as well. If you're getting the email notifications, then feel free to join us in the live in the studio so that you can come on live. You do need to have your camera and microphone working to do so for me to bring you on. And then you will do either the exercise we're doing for the day or some other exercise right here live. I know, pushing the comfort zones, but sometimes it's the benefit of these things. So thank you all for watching. I will see you and 10 of your friends. Make sure to tell 10 of your friends. Just kidding. Or am I? I will see you and 10 of your friends tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, at 10 a.m. Pacific, and whatever time that might be in your part of the world. Thanks for joining us. Oh, wait, I forgot. Your video, you can put it in the Entrepreneur Resource Community so we can see it and love on you. So do that. Share a video in the ERC group. That'd be awesome. All right. Now I'm done. See you tomorrow.